everyone, time for another vinyl update. Now I've some very interesting stuff to show you this morning, and I think that this is going to be one of the more varied offerings that I'll show you, because there's something for everybody here today. There's post-punk, there's synth pop, there's Kraut rock, prog, 60s psychedelia, so there's something for everybody. I'll start off with an album which I got on Vinyl Stack recently. This is Michael Rother, Lamenda Hetson, and as you know, Michael Rother is a seminal figure in the development of particularly the electronic side of Kraut rock, because he was in Noe, he was involved in Harmonia, and he was in an early lineup of Kraftwerk, and this is a solo album by him, which came out originally in '76. This is an early '80s reissue. Now, this particular album came from the collection of a big German collector who well, it's according to the seller, and I've no reason to doubt him. He seems 100% that he collected a lot of autographs from a lot of the figures in the Kraut rock scene. So this is actually signed here by Michael Rother himself. There you go. And it is also signed by Jackie Liebsbit, who plays drums here, and he was as you know, he was the drummer in Cannes, so autographed by two seminal figures in the Kraut rock movement. There we go. Now, next up, this is Snap, Crackle, Bop by John Cooper Clarke, the punk poet of Salford, Manchester, and he's famous for his his spoken word performances, and this is an album which he recorded and set on his spoken word poems to music. It's got some of his most well-known recordings, Beasley Street and evidently Chicken Town, which was used in The Sopranos, I think in the penultimate episode. So now this particular sleeve, it's designed to look like a jacket, with a pocket. There's like a kind of a little pocket attached to it, and these are supposed to represent, badges and shades sticking out. Now, originally there would have been a book of John Cooper Clarke's poetry inside, included with this, but it's not included in this one, unfortunately. There's also a very annoying price tag sticker attached here, which I can't quite get off. Now, I got this in a local independent record shop here in Cork called Plugged Records. They had a sale recently, 25% off everything, so I got a nice bargain for this, and I also picked up something else very interesting, which I'll show you in a minute or two. So there we go, John Cooper Clarke. Next up we have Gary Newman with Tubeway Army and Replicas. So this is a synth pop classic. Our Friends Electric and Down in the Park. Some of his the best tunes are on there. I love that cover. The ever enigmatic Gary Newman. Now, from roughly around the same period, we have 17 Seconds by The Cure. Now this is an original Dutch pressing. Now this album, I think it was kind of when they were in a kind of darker, kind of goth period, before they found really kind of big commercial success and became slightly more poppy. It has A Forest, which is personally one of my favourite Cure songs. There you go. Now, next up we have The Fall, and this is from their late 80s period. Fall, I Am Curious Orange. At the moment I don't have a lot of their stuff on vinyl, but well, you know, they have released something like 30 albums, so I don't think I'm going to try and collect all of them, but anyway, this is a good enough place to start. Nice gatefold sleeve. No, this was actually the soundtrack to, of all things, a ballet. So Marky Smith composed music for that, and this is the resulting album. It's slightly scratched, but it plays well enough. There's a few pops here and there. Now, those of you who've seen my previous videos will know that I bought a lot of fantastic Kraut rock albums from a guy called Ranier, who operates from the Mother Jones Market here in Cork. Recently I bought a couple more records off him. This is by Nectar, and this is called Journey to the Centre of the Eye. Kind of psychedelic prog from the early 70s. This is actually a late 70s reissue, German pressing. Go. And that is on Bellaphon Records. And also, now he's a big Zappa fan, so I picked this up from him. Overnight Sensation by Frank Zappa. Again, this is a late 70s reissue. It has a lot of Zappa's regular collaborators on here, including Jean-Luc Ponty and George Duke, who passed away recently this year. There you go, one of his seminal recordings from the early 70s. Now, this is the other album which I got as part of the sale in Blood Records. This is Pink Floyd and A Nice Pair. This is an early 70s repackaging of their first two albums, A Saucer Full of Secrets and Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Now, nice gatefold album, as you can see there. Now this is the very first pressing, which has this Mr. Fang Dentist on the cover, and that wasn't included in latter pressings. So the vinyl itself is in really nice condition. There's these nice inner sleeves as well. There you go. And on Harvest Records, there we go. That well-known Harvest label there. There we go. So I got it for a nice price as well, as they were doing a 25% off sale, so that was a nice bargain. Now, an album which I just picked up yesterday, and which I picked up in a store which I hadn't noticed before. It's actually a kind of a skateboard store, but they also sell records. Now this is Soft Machine, their self-titled album by them. Now this is a US pressing, and I don't think it's the first pressing, as the first pressing would have had this kind of elaborate clockwork kind of design on the cover, which as you see is missing here. Also the first pressing, the woman here would have actually been naked, but here she's got she's wearing a bikini. So it's let me see now, it's on Prog Records, and it's US pressing. So this is I just gave it a spin this morning. This is a fantastic record. It plays really well. There is the is a little bit split here, as you can see, but otherwise it's everything's fine with it. So I was really pleased with this to find this. There you go. And now 2 7-inches, which I will be showing you now, which I bought respectively on Discogs and eBay. This is The Human League, Being Boiled. This was their debut single from 1978, and this is the very first pressing, as it's as is shown by the black and white labels. Later labels would have come in red and yellow. Later pressings would have come in red and yellow labels. So this is an original, really nice condition. I love that song, Being Boiled. It's just you know, a really seminal kind of tune, and a kind of early synth pop genre. Also the song was sung on side 2, Circus of Death. There you go. The second 7-inch which I picked up is Joy Division, and this is a flexi. This is Coma Kino and Incubation, and this is another US pressing. This flexi, I picked this up on eBay. It was released in the early 80s. Came with, I think it came free with, there was a zine, a fanzine. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it was distributed free with that. So there you go. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'd appreciate any feedback. If you have any views on anything that I've shown you today. So tune in next time, and thanks again for watching.